And we're live.
Welcome back, everyone. Episode 62 of Kids Deserve It. We hope you've been enjoying our weekly chats with educators and game changers from around the country. Also, don't forget, you can also listen to our show on iTunes.
And if you haven't seen our blog lately, remember, check out kidsdeserveit.com. We've got some great new blog posts from Travis Crowder, Roman Novak, Joshua Stamper, and more on the way. And don't forget about our brand new competition that we are doing right now as well, where after any of our Kids Deserve It episodes, if you leave a review for Kids Deserve It on Amazon or go to our iTunes account and leave a review with your Twitter handle posted, we will be giving an autographed book set away every week. So congratulations to last week's winner, Julie Bloss.
Also, don't forget to join our Kids Deserve It chat on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and check out Todd's Periscope right before the chats at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. This week, we got another great guest, but first we want to introduce ourselves. I am Adam Welcome, Director of Innovation and Technology in the Bay Area of California.
I'm Todd Neslony, Elementary School Principal in Navasota, Texas, and our awesome, amazing guest that I'm so thrilled to have on this week is Dana Boyd. Dana, thanks for being here this week.
Hey everyone, I'm so glad to be here. Thank both of you for having me on the show today.
We can't wait to learn more about you. We also want to remind our viewers to participate in social media using the hashtag KidsDeserveIt, whether you're watching live or you're checking this out later on the recording. Remember to use the hashtag.
So Dana, of course, we got some questions for you. So for those who don't know about you, tell us about yourself.
So my name is Dana Boyd. I am in El Paso, Texas. I'm currently a principal at East Point Elementary. Those of you that don't know where El Paso, Texas, we're as far west as west that you can get. This is my 17th year in education. Started as a first grade, second grade, third grade teacher. Was promoted within my same school as an assistant principal, and then went into the principalship about 7 years, and just a blessing and living my purpose every day. I love what I do every day.
So are you a principal in the same school you were a teacher in too?
No, I was assistant principal in the same school that I was a teacher. So that was tough, but it did make me stronger. But I'm glad now that the opportunity with those skills that I built with that family there at Dolphin Terrace, I was able to be able to create another family at East Point as principal.
That's awesome. Well, I want to jump right into something that I am so excited to talk about, and that is last year you got quite a pretty cool award as a principal. Can you talk to us kind of about what you were recognized for?
Yes, I was recognized as the National Distinguished Principal for the state of Texas. So I'm the 2016 National Distinguished Principal. Really a blessing as far as being recognized by TEPSA, and then going on to the next level to be recognized as the representative for the state of Texas.
I love it.
And so you went to the White House also, right?
I did go to the White House. We did get a visit. We didn't get to actually meet President Obama, but the opportunity to be able to be there was one I'll never forget. Being able to meet the other NDPs from across the country was also a great experience for networking. So it's one of those things that I'll chalk up with those bucket list of items that I've been able to do.
Yeah, of course.
No doubt. Well, what is something that like you've accomplished this year that you're proud of? I mean, last year's amazing. How about this year so far?
Gosh, I would say one of the things that I can say that I've accomplished is just for my campus to be able to lead and grow academically with the expectations and travel that I have with the award. I've been traveling a lot, and my worries was how am I going to be able to sustain what it is that's going on the campus. But with great APs and great teachers, we've built up a culture of teacher leaders there that I really don't have to be able to worry about what's going on. We've made some really good growth academically, socially, and really just letting everybody take on the leadership that each one of them has and the trust that we have for each other to be able to make the gains, not just academically, because it's not all about test scores, but also being able to build on relationships and just build that leadership and trust factor at the campus. So, that might sound minimal, but I think that's a lot to be able to say the culture that we have at the campus.
Well, and I love that you do that. I love that you're growing leaders on your own campus through your teachers. You know, that's one thing that I've been really trying to do as well with mine. You know, I'm trying to, like, on days that I'm going to be out with teachers that I know are looking into moving to administrative roles, like getting them a sub so they can help out in the office and kind of see some of that. Are those kind of some of the responsibilities you give some of your people too?
Not really, because some of them at this point are saying, no, we don't want your job. So I'm grateful, those of you guys know that, but I'm grateful that I've got some really, really strong assistant principals with me and my leadership team. And like I said, the team leaders that we have for each grade level, they're able to take that on and be able to just lead as if I wasn't there. So I hate not being there, but I just know I feel confident when I'm not there that everything's going to be okay.
Totally.
So what would you say is probably, though, the hardest part about being in education as a whole?
Can you repeat that?
What would you think is probably the hardest part about being in education?
I think right now, I would say, there's a lot. I want to say right now, just from the point that we're coming to, is probably just the balance, because there's so many roles that educators are put on right now in regards to dealing with social aspects and academic, new initiatives that are going on, the demands of administrators like yourself and myself that are, we just want to be the best, but only best because, like your book says, the kids deserve it. But being able to have the balance, I'm saying, for myself as an administrator, and really giving that balance to the teachers to be able to say, you know, what you leave here at school will be there tomorrow, but what you do with your child, with your children, is not there. So all of the other things that are going on right now in education, that's going to continue to happen. But if our teachers don't take care of themselves at home, then that's going to come into the classroom. And I know you guys talked about that, like leave your stuff at the door in the car when you come in. So it's just really emphasizing the balance. That's what I would say personally for my staff, that I try to be able to maintain that balance for them. The other things will give them support with PD and things of that nature, but really us forcing for them to really balance their life.
So you talk about balancing your teachers, but how about balancing yourself? Like, who's keeping you in check? Are you keeping yourself in check, Dana, or do you have somebody that's helping to do that for you?
No, you're absolutely right. And you don't have to tell me twice in regards to that. My teachers know that, unfortunately, about 2 years ago, I ended up in the hospital, and it was stress. I started having things that doctors thought it was seizures. And when it came down to it, it was like, either you've got to do the balance or you're going to kill yourself. So really, nobody has to tell me any more about the balance. I do CrossFit. I try to leave and do things with my family, try to leave the computer at home because it's going to be there. So yes, it only takes one wake-up call for you to realize that the work is going to be there, but your family and your life and what you do for others, that can't be replaced.
Love that. Drop the mic on that one. So what was school like what was school like growing up for you, Dana?
Oh my goodness, school for me they called us the Huxtables. In El Paso, Texas, in the school that I was, there was not a lot of African-American families. And for me, for elementary, middle, and high school, I was blessed to have a very supportive family, and whatever we needed, they were there for me. But I did find myself always trying to fit in with everybody, because there wasn't a lot of African-Americans at my school. So many times I just felt that, like I said, I went with the flow with things that just to be accepted by others. But the support of my parents, I played sports, I had great friends. So really, I was not an A student, to be honest with you. I was more of a CD student, but I always remember that I had teachers who would pull me aside and say, you're better than this. You can do better than this. There's things that you can do to be yourself. Don't try to be somebody else. So it's all of those elements that my teachers did for me, or my parents did for me, is the same thing that I try to be now as a parent, or as what I was as a teacher, or now as an administrator, to build those same philosophies in my culture at the campus.
Nice.
I love that. So Dana, we all have those days where it's like we don't even want to get out of bed, or we're just having a bad day. What do you kind of do when you're in those moments to kick your butt into gear?
The biggest thing that I do is I pray. To be honest with you, I have to rely on my faith to be able to pray and think about that. God put me on this earth to do what I need to do. And secondly, I'm going to go into the classroom that I know that there's those classrooms that kids are having a good time, that there's great teaching, to be able to refocus myself on why we're all here, and it's for the kids, and for me to be able to be thankful for the great teachers that I have, and just kind of kick me in the butt, talk to my admin team, and sometimes there's days of crying, and we do what we have to do, take a little pill and get over it and start the day, and do what we have to do for our kids, because there's no time to sulk, because our kids, they're there for us to give our best every day.
So Dana, we're about 2 months into this new year, and what's something that you're working on getting better at in 2017?
Wow, things that I'm working at to get better. You know what? It's to, I guess, just to let go. I've been a super perfectionist and control freak, and like I told you all at the beginning, is just to be able to let go of some of that and let my teachers lead, and allow them to be able to make mistakes, because mistakes are what you learn from, and those make you stronger. So letting go of some of that, just that controlness that we have sometimes as administrators. When we come in, we feel that we need to prove something to everybody, especially if you're following in the footsteps of somebody that was strong. So you want everything to be perfect and everything to work out like this plan that you have. But then once you're in there and you've built that, like I said, the trust, just to be able to let go and be okay if there's mistakes. That's okay, to be supportive and be able to give teachers that constructive, and really work on my approach when talking to them, so that I'm building them up and not pushing them down.
Nice.
So who is somebody that inspires or challenges you to be better?
Oh my goodness. Well, everybody's mother does that, but you know what? I think the ones that inspire me to be better are the kids, because looking at them, and if I know that there's one that's not making it, I know that we can do better. So just getting out there and doing what I have to do for the kids. Just this weekend, unfortunately, we had a kiddo that we had to admit to a behavioral hospital, and I feel that I failed her, because no matter what it was that we did, and we tried, I felt responsible for that decision being made. So I know through her story, it's going to inspire me to do better with another situation that I hear from the teachers, for us not to be able to get up, that there's still more that we can do. So you've got to always go back to who you came into this business to be, and that's for our kids. So I have to say they're the ones that inspire me. Of course, my faculty, of course, my admin team, but anybody that's going to make me laugh or make me cry, it's going to be those almost 900 kids that we have at the campus.
Hey, schools don't exist so we can have jobs. They exist to make kids awesome. That's what launched Kids Deserve It. So I love that you said that. All right, Dana, every week we like our guests to leave a challenge for our viewers. What is your challenge for the week?
So my challenge for the week is really for, after this experience that I had this weekend, is to let your light shine for someone else. I challenge each one of you all every day this week, pick one teacher, pick one student, pick one staff member to be able to tell your story, so that your light can shine in their darkness, because we're all going through something at some point, and there's something that you can share to be able to give them some type of hope, or just to be able to have them smile. So my challenge to each one of you all today is to let your light shine in somebody else's darkness, because you can make a difference by just telling your story.
That is perfect. Well, Dana, thank you so much for being a guest on our show tonight and giving us some of your time. I loved just hearing you share some of your perspectives on things. So thank you.
No problem. I thank you guys for having me on there, and thank you for those that have chimed in. But most of all, thank you guys for what you're doing for our kids and for our teachers. Appreciate it.
We want to thank everyone for watching the show. And remember, you can tweet us using the hashtag #KidsDeserveIt. And remember our competition about going on to iTunes or Amazon and leaving a review, as we select a winner every Friday to receive an autographed book, and we announce on next week's show. Make sure to include your Twitter handle so we can contact you about your prize. Join our Twitter chats on Wednesday, and make sure you check out our guest next week, who is Pulitzer Prize nominated author Eric Qualman. Hope everybody has a great evening.